Hello everybody, Serena Beyer here, also known as KC Hoop Girl. I am a hoop dance artist and entertainer. I also teach beginner hula hoop fitness classes, sell hula hoops, and I host hula hoop parties. But today I just really want to talk about one thing, and that is how to walk with a hula hoop while spinning a hula hoop on your waist. Because if you can walk with a hoop, then you can dance with a hoop. And if you can dance with a hoop, you can allow your creative self come out, plus get an incredible workout. You know, at my hula hoop fitness classes, we use the hoop for a total body workout. That means that we spin the hoop on our waist, our chest, our legs, our hips, but we take the hoop off the body and incorporate the arms in a lot of different ways. The combination of on-body hula hooping, waist, chest, legs, with off-body hula hooping is what creates hoop dancing. And hoop dancing raises the cardio to an incredible level. You know, just waist hooping alone, you utilize 30 core muscles. It's low impact. It's great, especially when you go off body, for hand-eye, speed, and agility. Waist hooping alone is great for balance. But I'm gonna start with the basics of hula hooping. But I've got a whole nother tutorial on that. So I just wanna brush over that so I can get into how to learn to walk with a hoop. Now, the first thing you need to understand is you need the right hoop. So many people, one of the biggest misconceptions, which by the way, I have a tutorial on that too, but one of the biggest misconceptions that I come across with people is they tell me, I've never been able to hula hoop. Now I know in 5 minutes, I'm gonna make them happy because I'm gonna give them a hoop that's appropriate to their body size and their skill level. And most people that believe they aren't able to hoop, it's because they have the wrong hoop. Probably got it at a big box store. Those hoops are made for kids. They're too fast, they're too light, and they're too small for most adults. So let me show you. I'm going to show you my hoop, but I'm going to show you the hoop that I would suggest for a beginner. And let me just say, again, it depends on your body size, but generally speaking, if you're starting out to hoop, and let's just say you're 5 foot or taller, you're probably going to need a minimum of a 39-inch diameter hoop. And when you get up to 6 feet or taller, you really need 44 inches or more, even up to 53 inches. So just know, start with a larger diameter hoop. And that's the other misconception. People don't realize the larger the diameter, the slower it spins, making it easier for a beginner hooper to make a mistake, correct before the hoop drops. So again, just keep that in mind. Now I'm going to show you 2 hoops. The first one is a beginner. It's a 44-inch diameter, 100 PSI hoop. And by the way, it is a beautiful hoop. This is a high-end hoop. It's got a lot of upgrades with the variations in tape. And then it's got dual swivel right there, dual swivel connections that allow the hoop to collapse and fit in a suitcase for travel. I always say don't leave home without 2, because when you're hooping, somebody always wants to hoop with you. Another benefit of hula hooping if you want to make friends. Now, you don't have to pay for all those upgrades. You just need a large diameter hoop. I like to call this 44-inch up to my 55-inch hoops, my cruise ships, because they're nice slow spinners and friendly hoops, user-friendly. Now compare that to my hoop, which is a 35-inch Polypro. Polypro's a whole different hoop. It's fast, it's light. It kind of looks like what you'd get at one of the big box stores, but it's a much higher quality and a much more expensive hoop. This is my little pink Polypro. Let me step back. Now see, mine is 35 inches compared to this 34-inch beginner hoop. But for your purposes, start with the beginner hoop. As you get better, typically you can reduce the diameter of the hoop. You can also change tubing thickness. Just another example of the difference in these hoops. This beginner hoop, the real pretty one, the tubing size is the size of a quarter, whereas my little Poly Pro, the thickness of that tubing, and I don't think you can see it online, but it's the thickness of about a dime. So thickness also contributes to the speed of the hoop. The fatter the hoop, the slower it'll spin. Now I'm going to start with the beginner hoop. I'm going to just brush over the 3 things you need to know in order to hula hoop. Number 1 is how to throw the hoop. You want to anchor the hoop on the smallest part of your back, hands 6 to 10 inches out. You want to hold the hoop nice and flat, nice and level, and you want to throw it flat. If you throw it diagonally, it may pop up in your face. Now, that's step number 1. Your knees need to be soft, and as soon as you throw it, you're going to start rocking and pulsing into that hoop. That's step number 2. As it comes around, rock into it. Comes around, rock into it. Your feet are side to side, and you're shifting your weight side to side. So here's your throw, and here's your rocking. Nice flat throw, and immediately rocking. Immediately rocking. Now, you want to get your chest up, your chin up, your arms up, and hold your core. And you know, it helps to close your eyes so you can feel the hoop coming around. As it comes around, I'm pushing into it, pushing into it. Hula hooping is all about speed, timing, and form. And the nice thing about it is that it's the practice that's the workout, but the reward is the trick. And you just keep your eye on that reward, and you're going to find your body's changing in the process. Now, the third thing to know about a hula hoop and how to hula hoop is that the hoop does not have a motor on it. You're the motor. And if that hoop's going down, it's because you're going 40 when you should be going 60. So again, hold it level, nice flat throw, rock back and forth. And if that hoop starts going down, move faster. Suck in that core and rock side to side. Now, that's your basic hula hooping, side to side. In order to walk with a hoop, you have to learn to hoop with a foot forward. So let me show you the stance. Here's the foot forward stance. And you can actually get foot forward from starting out side to side and simply turning in one direction or another. As soon as you turn, you'll find yourself in foot forward position. Now, the direction you turn is all dependent on the direction the hoop is spinning. If your hoop is spinning to the right, you want to turn to the right. If your hoop is spinning to the left, you want to turn to the left. And that goes back to basic hooping. When you first start to hoop and you're throwing the hoop left to right, try it both ways. You'll naturally feel which one's most comfortable. Kind of like being left-handed and right-handed. So you're hooping side to side. You start out side to side. My hoop is spinning to the right, so I'm going to turn to the right. And as I do, I keep my shoulders, my chest, my arms, they're all up. So I'm center, and I'm just rotating on my feet to my right. Starting center, simply rotate and turn to your right. Or left if the hoop is spinning to the left. Now, as you turn, you're going to transition from hooping on your sides to hooping on your front and your back, your stomach and your back. You're gonna hold your core. And again, timing, you wanna work with that hoop. All you really need to do if you have your timing is you're just gonna bump into it, give it a little help to keep rotating around the waist. So here I am, forward, foot forward, shoulders back, chest up, chin up, and I'm rocking stomach and back into the hoop, pulsing with my stomach, pulsing with my back. Now, in order to walk, you have to be able to hoop front and back because that's kind of how you walk. Let me show you walking side to side versus walking front to back. If you were to try to walk with a hoop side to side, and here I'm pulsing side to side, you're gonna be walking like this. I mean, you can do it, but it's not conducive to free flow of movement and especially dance. If you can pulse the hoop on your stomach and back, then this is how you can walk. So again, I'm gonna start out side to side. I'm gonna turn to my side. Now I'm pulsing front to back. Now I'll start walking. I'm gonna walk. I'm walking, pulsing front to back. I'm walking. And I'm pulsing that hoop on my stomach and my back. Now, if you can walk, then you can dance. And you can do a two-step. You can kick out. There's all kinds of things you can do if you can waist hoop front to back with a foot forward. But the most important one is just starting to walk. The door will open to anything else that you want to do. So again, I'll start side to side, turn to the side, pulse front and back, front and back. Now, when you start walking, go in a circle, go the direction the hoop is spinning. Take your time. The most important thing is when you pick up a foot, you've got to rock your waist. And that's what people forget to do, and that's what makes hooping so fun and challenging, is you have to multitask your body parts. And when people start moving an arm or picking up a foot, they forget they need to move their waist. So don't forget, but center, turn to the side, pulse front and back, and when you pick up that foot, rock the waist. See, I'm rocking my waist as I pick up my foot. My foot is up and I'm actually on one foot. And now I'm gonna walk in a circle. I'm gonna follow the direction of the hoop. I'm taking my time, just walking in the direction of the hoop in a circle. Circles are your friends. You'll learn that as you attempt to do other tricks. Well, I think that's enough to get started. Oh, by the way, if you need a hoop, so you can hoop at home, I've got a boatload. So if you want to purchase a hoop, just call me. If you come to my class, which by the way, it's $10, drop in. I provide all the beginner hoops, and I've probably got about 10 versions for every person that comes. And what I mean by that is I've got them from 35, 36, 38, 40, 50, every diameter, and then various tubing sizes. Now also, if you want somebody to perform for your party or event, then I'm your go-to hoop girl. Talk to you later.